Lost in the city, another life. Drinking sake, feeling right. Got faded in Japan, what a sight.
What's up, faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan. I'm Johnny, your host, and as you know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan, and the news. But in this case here, there's no booze. We've got apple juice, coffee, and we do have two dudes, and we do have big news. We've got beast of a news, and yes, this is episode 468, 468. If I only had a 2 at the beginning, it would be so much better. 2, 4, 6, 8. And we're here with the man, the myth, the legend, Bob Sapp. Bob, thank you very much for being here on the show.
Thank you very much. Now, I've got to correct you.
Oh, boy.
It's Bob the Beast Sapp.
My bad. I'm sorry. Bob, you started off in pro football, then pro wrestling, next off to Japan, where you fought your way up the ranks of K1 and Pride. From there, you broke into Hollywood, and then to MMA. From the Beast to the Sumo Killer, can you tell us your story?
Yes. Well, you know.
From the beginning.
Well, 7 years ago. Well, let's not go that far back. Let's just go as far back as when I was at the University of Washington.
Nice.
I was an offensive lineman in which I won the Pac-10 Morris Trophy. One of the best offensive linemen in that conference at that time.
Awesome.
I went off to become a third-round draft pick, number 69 for Chicago Bears. Now, I don't know about you, but 69, well, hey, that's the best position overall.
That's a great number.
So, you know, I went out I went and had my attempt at what we would say, my position in the NFL, it was known as ass back. Mm-hmm. You know, so that meant I would go on the field and coach would say, Bob, bring your ass back. So, you know, after I had a cup of water or a few cups of Gatorade, you know, I did find myself out of a job. I actually got injured out of the NFL. And I took a tough man fight against my high school idol, which is one of the reasons why it gets my all-time idol. I wore number 72, and I had to fight a boxing fight, tough man fight, against William the Refrigerator Perry.
Wow.
Number 72. Can you imagine stepping in the ring and having to fight your idol for football in boxing?
That's like me fighting you.
It was incredible. I ended up winning. And from there, after that, I actually was picked up by K1. And the reason is simple. At that time, I went from the NFL, I went to WCW. WCW went bankrupt. I fought William the Refrigerator Perry on the Tough Man Show. Those of you who know anything about the Tough Man Show, well, let's talk about it. That's where Butterbean, another great big-time fighter, got his start, was in the Tough Man Show. So we both got our starts in Tough Man, and then Japan saw the show. K1 people saw the show, their staff and stuff. They went and flew me into Japan, and the rest is, as they say, history. I ended up fighting Tamura, I think his name Yamamoto, I think his name is, for my first fight.
Wait, wasn't that Kenji Muta, the Great Muta?
No, this is that's for pro wrestling. So we're talking about now fighting Pride. Oh. So I was unable to get a job in the pro wrestling division. Mm-hmm. So they first brought me over here. I was going to be Kancho Ishii, which was the owner of K1's bodyguard. Then as I was training for fighting, they took some time, they trained me, and my first fight was in Pride. And so I fought, I believe his name is Yamamoto, and I fought him, and I did win. And well, that first show got about 10 million people. They replayed it. It got 30 million people on the second time around when they replayed it. So from there, they kind of knew that they had something special, and it went like wildfire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that was like right after I came here, like 2003, 2004, right?
Yes. 2000. Yeah, that's right. Correct.
So I mean, you came here at the same time I came here, 2002. And then your career really took off around there. Actually, I think it was 2002. Because I remember watching Pride and K1 on TV at I was doing this host family kind of thing, whatever. But anyway, watching you on TV and then seeing like cutouts of you everywhere, all over Shibuya, Shinjuku, and then the commercials, and then the variety shows and stuff, and then the fights. I mean, you were all over TV for a good couple of years.
Yes. So we call that's that Bob Sapp mania at that time. So I was on every television channel. I think it was on Wednesday from the time of between 8 and 11 o'clock. I was on every channel doing something all the time. And if I was on that television channel specifically, you were seeing all the commercials and things that was running. It was a great time. I took K1 at that time. That was a company. It was valued at $300,000. From that run, they went from $300,000 to $300 million in 8 months.
Wow.
That's what allowed me to grace the cover of Time magazine. And of course, the Wall Street Journal. So that's what they ended up talking about when you hear about the Beast craze or the Bob Sapp craze.
And that's after you won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, right?
Yes, I did. So I won the IWGP. How do you say it again? IWGP Championship. So I did win that. That's a solid giant jade trophy. It's beautiful. One of my best honors.
Yeah, and since then, nobody has ever won that from the United States
or
from
foreigner.
Europe. Yeah, foreigner. So you're like the only person that's done that.
Yes, I'm the first foreigner, and so far now, currently the only foreigner that's ever done that in history. So
that's impressive.
That beats out Hulk Hogan, and even one of my all-time favorites. I think everybody loves him, The Rock.
Oh, The Rock.
He was unable to get that. So those guys. That's something that they're still aiming for.
That's awesome. That's awesome, dude. And tell me, what was it like to do all those TV shows?
Oh, well, I've done over 4,000 television shows and 73 commercials and some 19 plus movies. So I can tell you that
I want to talk about the movies.
Okay, it's quite amazing, to do the commercials in the variety shows because Japan is extremely innovative. So, and they do so many things and they can make things so creative, and it's so great to sit back and to just take, I remember one time I had an entire suit made of Velcro and I had to run and jump on a trampoline and try to stick myself onto the bullseye, which was great. Everybody's like, hey, we love it. So I ran over there, I jumped to stick myself to the bullseye, and it really stuck. But the thing is that the whole suit stuck to the Velcro. But as you can imagine, my body is in the suit, so that no stuck to the Velcro. So I literally sank into the Velcro suit, and it was sticking up there, so you could no longer see my head. It was a great, funny situation, and it was those times that I've spent in Japan doing the variety shows. Those are the highlights of my life.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, they looked like a lot of fun. Yes. I remember turning on TV any time of the day and seeing you on TV, man. That was awesome.
They can be kind of dangerous. Like recently, I put a rope of stake around my neck and actually did a pushing contest, almost a tug of war. It's not really a tug of war where I put a plane of glass. So I put a plane of glass and I'm pushing this glass plate against a grizzly bear, and I have a string of meat around my neck.
You gotta love Japan.
And I'm pushing and we're going at it, and I push a little bit hard, and that bear was like, let me tell you what I'm gonna do. And he took his hand and ripped the glass plane off and decided to come after me. So I of course ran quickly. So those of you that think the beast has no running ability, let me tell you, I was running real quick.
Oh man, that is great. Yeah, Japan, dude. I mean, when it comes to variety shows and TV shows, I mean, they really go balls to the wall. Yes. I mean, they just take it to the next level. It's crazy, and it's so much fun, especially the late night stuff. I love that.
It's amazing. I love it.
Man. So, okay, you wrestled in Korea, too, a little bit, right?
Yes, I did. So, Korea is actually my second home. So what we say is that basically, where the majority of my fan base is here in Japan. And then the second of the largest fan base that I have is in Korea.
Yeah, Korea's great. Love Korea.
So, I love, so Korea is fantastic. And so Korea, I go out there, I've done some pro wrestling. Quite recently, one of my great friends and one of the great legends of Korea, Lee Won-pyu, he passed away. So that was when I did the fight against Orashu, the Egyptian sumo.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Maybe you saw my ring guy holding up a sign of this Lee Won Pugh, and that's who that is. So I was representing Korea on that and giving my respects to a great man, and he was awesome. And so everyone in Korea loved that, and they were thanking me so much, and it was a great thing.
That's awesome. That was a good fight too.
Yeah, that was an amazing fight. Now that one was we say everyone kind of they love teasing me and saying, Bob, you were so out of gas on that. What was going on?
Third one, third round. Yeah, totally. At first I thought he was going to have you because you went in there strong and you're blocking.
Yes.
But you're basically just wearing him out.
Yes. Yes.
And then in the second round, then you went in for the attack, and then in the third round, basically you beat him up and stuff. But then at the very end, you guys were like together as friends and shit. That was very respectable.
It's awesome, in the great thing is for that year, that was a really, the beast is always international. I'm always globe-trotting. So it's very difficult for many people in the United States to really have a grasp of what it means to be an international celebrity as opposed to what it is to be just a national celebrity. So they have no idea. So basically, so that's a part of the fact that I was going around Africa. So I've recently given some 40,000 children clean water.
Wow, that's
in Africa.
Great.
Yes, and I believe we'll be able to see some of that footage as that. But I've given some of that water to those kids over there, and so that was a whole African theme. So I'm keeping everything with Africa. So then I ended up fighting the guy, and he was African. So he came from Egypt. So we just kept the theme the same, and it was a successful fight. Unfortunately, or fortunately, sometimes when I am older, I am 45, and sometimes everyone has a tendency to forget. So, but
we're about the same age.
So
I mean, you're old to fight. I'm old to podcast. I can't believe I'm doing this shit.
So at 45, I did step in there against a 27-year-old who decided to come off and give it up, and I ended up being victorious, and which was phenomenally great. It was, however, I was definitely out of gas. I should have been in better shape no matter what it is. However, when I'm busy going around the world delivering water filters and having fun with children, my first priority is taking care of them and making sure that they have a great time. And so I was still victorious. So that's how we're going to say that one. You come in to win the fight, you can only win it, and that's as far as it goes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Cool. And can I talk to you a little bit about Mike Tyson?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes,
I was a little bit concerned about. I was like, is that okay, Mr. Beast? so what was up with that? Like, so Mike Tyson, you were gonna fight, or you're going to fight, or?
Well, the thing with Mike Tyson, that was just an amazing situation. When we got in there, we announced that maybe we do this fight, and everyone was talking about it. It got tremendous hype, and everybody was asking questions and great attention, and it generated a lot of attention, a lot of questions, and everyone wants to know what happened. Why did the fight not happen? Well, it's very simple. Unfortunately, although Mike's already done his time, you do the crime, you do the time, or whatever it is, he's basically paid back his debt. Unfortunately, due to that, there's some restraints that don't allow him to get into Japan still from that. So he was unable to come into Japan due to that, and so therefore that was unable to happen. So as far as now and things like this, well, we'll just, I never throw anything off the table for anything, you know what I mean? So if there's a way, and if he ever wanted to do that, I'm definitely open to do that. The beast is open. I'm still ready for you. So I'm ready, and whether that happens, who knows? But right now it remains something to be dreamt of.
Okay, awesome. And Well, how about this? I mean, you've done movies. You've done a lot of great movies. And Mike Tyson, he's done a lot of great movies and stuff. Why don't you guys do a movie together? You could call it, like, maybe, I don't know, like Beauty and the Beast or something.
Like
Beauty and the Beast.
Like he's the beauty? Oh, my.
Well, I didn't say who is what. I'm just saying that could it be like Beauty and the Beast? I don't know. Or maybe Beastmaster Part 2.
I'm thinking something like, like you remember that show, and it was a great movie with Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Twins, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking something like that. That would be fantastic.
Oh, I think that'd be great.
Oh, that would be. Oh, would that be the funniest thing you've ever seen? I mean, and he's and Mike's awesome. You know what I mean? And he can definitely get it going. So I think I think let's do a movie like that, guys.
Yeah, dude, let's totally do a movie like that. Yeah, as long as I could be in there somewhere. Like, I'll be like a waiter in a restaurant or something. Like, what would you guys like? Or something. I'll do something small.
Serve us some apple juice.
Yeah, I'll serve some apple juice. You're drinking apple juice. I'm drinking coffee. And my lovely wife made us a bunch of sandwiches.
Yes.
God, we ate almost all. How many did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 left, which means we had 20 sandwiches.
Yes.
We're big guys.
Yeah. Hey, we've eaten them up.
We kill those sandwiches,
Yes.
man. Those are good.
My wife cooks very nice.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, she's great. Okay, and let's see here. Moving forward,
Yes.
Mike Tyson. Okay, well, let's break into the movies.
Yes.
So you did The Longest Yard.
Yes.
And how was it to work with Adam Sandler and Chris Rock and one of my favorite people in the world, Joey Diaz?
Oh man, fun, just tons of laughs and everything. Joey Diaz is one of the funniest guys, and Joey's humor is pretty funny. So what Joey does, he likes to he makes you think, and then he makes you laugh. So I love it. Some comedians sometimes just automatically make you laugh. They're just straight funny. Joey will do it in a very sophisticated way, and it just, oh man, he just has you cracking up.
I love Joey.
So he had everyone cracking up on the set. He's a great guy, and occasionally we always say hello via the email and all that good stuff. So when we have a chance, we can kind of do things. Hey, he's still busy, so
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's awesome. And how was it working with Adam Sandler? I mean, is he kind of a goofball on the set, or is he very professional, or is he a combination of the both? Or?
He is a combination. He is what you call your dream boss. Like, everyone's going to want to work with Adam Sandler.
I want to work with Adam Sandler.
He's the funniest guy.
Yeah.
He's taking a little scooter and he's going in and off of the set and all of this stuff.
Is he in a scooter? Like a Vespa or something?
Yeah, no, it's like a little...
kickboard.
A little kick scooter. And the guy is awesome. And he comes in and he's so professional. He makes everybody laugh in the morning. Sometimes when you go to work, it really feels like work. And that's when you don't feel like going, right?
Tell me about it.
When you're working with Adam Sandler, it's more like you're volunteering your time to have fun.
Yeah, dude.
It's a blast. But you're working with these legends that are on the set, and you've got some of the best professional wrestlers and professional footballers and music artists and things like that all around you. It's gonna be a great time 24/7.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, that's fantastic.
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody there seemed like really cool people and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, how can you not have fun with Chris Rock when he's around?
That's right. And remember, you've always got to remember. You broke it in my nose.
Classic. So you did that. You've done a lot of movies, and let's see, you did The Big Stand. You did big in Japan with Lady Beard. We've had Lady Beard on the show a couple of times. Yeah, he's body slammed me.
Yeah. So I did. So I was a part of a documentary that, and I never knew it was going to be named Big in Japan, but took place with the documentary that actually ended up doing pretty good, and they just they wanted to show that, hey, Bob is a celebrity in Japan, and what it's like for my life and to be an international celebrity. So there's a great documentary where it kind of showcases how people are being international celebrities all over the world. So one of the things that happens with me is a lot of people, they write me, they email me, and they say, hey, Bob, can you teach us how to be an international celebrity? Can you represent us? Can you show it? And so I have helped some people out, and that's one of the people that I've helped out, kind of bring to Japan, introduce them to some celebrities, and let them get their things done. And so that's a kind of a side consulting business that I run, which is when people come in and they say, I want to be an international celebrity. Take me around the world. Show me what you have. Show me, how to live international celebrity. Show me how to do it. And I let them know. I have been to 155 countries.
155?
Maybe it's a little more than that or a little under, but it's definitely way over that 150 mark.
Jeez. Okay,
and there's only 196, but if you include there's 195, but if you include Taiwan, that's 196. So one thing that I have found out and I've discovered, the ones that are left, those are the ones want to go to, brother. Want to go there. You know what I mean? Once you start getting to the higher numbers, the other ones, those are a lot of war-torn, a lot of really bad criminal countries and stuff. You want to stay out of those.
Okay, well, so you've been to a lot of countries, so you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, let's stay out of those. But I was one of the last Americans to go to North Korea.
You went to North Korea?
Yes.
How was that?
Did the pro wrestling in North Korea. It was
pro
fantastic.
wrestling in North Korea. Please tell us about everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah?
I went there with IGF. That was at the time IGF, which is Anoki Genome Factor. So I went there.
Closer to the mic.
Anoki Genome Factor. Look out. I'm taking down the house.
Don't worry about it.
So Anoki Genome Factor, I ended up going with them, and we did some pro wrestling out there, and we visited the fans, and we did some arm wrestling with the children, and I gave out Bob Sapp cookies and Bob Sapp candies.
Nice.
It was a blast. And, it's really something you really need to have, what they say, the term is boots on the ground, which means you really have to go to this country and go to these countries to enjoy and to see. You're unable to just get someone's interpretation from the internet. And, as we've seen, now as we've dealt with some of the things I'm dealing with, we'll touch on later, about how it's really important to know about what is going on in the country, especially if you really want to get in depth and really have some understanding. And so you've heard a lot of crazy things about North Korea. You hear that how bad it is and stuff like that. Let me tell you, when I went out there, the history that place has is phenomenal. The palace. They go into the rooms in these palace rooms. It can take you somewhere like 10 years to see all the rooms, okay, and view all the gifts that are given to this family from all around the world. And they're the most unique, beautiful gifts from everywhere, from all the heads of state, from all the top guys.
Did you get to meet Kim?
No, I was hoping to meet him. No, but we met some of, like, at that time, some of his other ones that are like almost like the second in command or lower beneath those officials. So they showed us around because he was unable to meet us there. But
he's a busy guy.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, some of those gifts, man. I mean, wow. There was. I remember seeing a clock from Africa, and this clock was like solid gold and copper and ivory, and it was so beautiful. Wow. And then they had the other gifts that the presidents, the presidents, like the presidents of the United States, several of them that were giving them, and some of the congressmen and stuff. So beautiful, so amazing, incredible. And I mean, these things are, because they have to be unique. What do you give somebody that basically has everything? So you're giving them something that represents that country, and it's going to be so unique. So it's a one of a kind. When you see this stuff that they've given, I mean, I'm talking about different plate designs with emeralds and gold and laced with all kind, in the writing perfect, in the font and the setting, and it's a museum to be treasured for sure.
Wow, that's awesome. I hope one day we all can check it out.
Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely something. I mean, he should really be showing more to that, because that will let you see, like, it lets you really open up to say, oh, wow, that's incredible. I mean, they've even got some parts in there where they've taken like half of a plane and put it all around a glass enclosure so you can actually see, and it tells a story around it. And I mean, the stuff, it's
gorgeous.
It's amazing. And it's something that you think, you're like, man, he's talking about North Korea? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. And it's that incredible. What can I say? It's incredible.
How was wrestling there?
Oh, man. The fans were fantastic. And, and no say it, because I know what you're getting ready to say. Okay, come on, Bob, you had a captive audience. Okay, no, say it.
Not going to say it. Not going to say, you're bigger than me.
But yeah, the audience was great. The fans was fantastic. And we went there, we were in like a stadium, and then they kind of raised the seats up around here like this. So they don't have the like actual whole wrestling kind of arena stuff, so we had to actually set that up and do it. But the fans were fantastic. I mean, they all were screaming and cheering and loving life, and I mean, and it's something really, really quite amazing.
That's cool. You've done so much in your life. You've done acting, you've done movies, you've done all sorts of good things for people all over the world. You of course you've fought in tons of different kinds of battle sports and stuff. Which do you prefer at this stage in your life? I mean, do you want to go back into acting, or do you want to be a coach, or do you want to go back to football, or what are you thinking about for the future?
So in the future, yes, obviously, the question is one, do I still fight? Well, I'm what we say is semi-retired, which basically means if the green is right, then the beasts show up mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but other than that, no, I'm no jumping into the ring and doing all of the things that I used to do. I do still get tons and tons of offers. Okay, I have another 5 or 6. I usually get about 5 or 6 offers for fighting all around the world all the time. And why have I basically stopped doing that? Well, it's pretty easy. I have some new projects that I'm doing that are really fantastic.
Dude, awesome. Tell us about it.
So, well, one of the projects that I'm doing is I enjoy eating bugs.
What?
Yes, I eat crickets.
I
eat crickets,
whoa.
mealworms.
Spaders, and people of the world. He lives in Thailand. Did you pick this up in Thailand?
Yes, I love. So when I go out there to go to Thailand, I love to eat the insects.
All right, we got to take a break for a second.
Yes.
All right, I got to make sure this is recording because I need to get this. All right.
Yes.
All right, just give us a second. Faders, enjoy the commercial. Whoa! Look at all this. Hey, what's up? I'm Johnny, aka the SPILT Ink, the one and only, and today I'm going to make a popsicle painting. I'm really excited to do this. I've got all my paints here. It takes about this much paint to make a popsicle painting, and I've got my 2 other most important ingredients. Very strong hot coffee. Oh, actually, that's not that hot, but still, it's strong coffee. And I've got punk rock music. With these 2 things, nothing could go wrong. All right, with that said, let's rock. And we're back. Okay, Thailand bugs go. Take the ball and go.
So one of the best dishes that I've made smoked sausage flavored crickets. They're the best, and I just kind of, when I make them up, I kind of fry them up and put some of the smoked seasoning on there and some of the Cajun pepper, and I just take it and down them up. Oh man, it's fantastic.
Crickets.
Fantastic. It's crickets. I do with mealworms, crickets, scorpions. I mean, you name it, the bug, and I am eating it.
Fly.
Okay. Flies, soldier flies are pretty good. Cockroaches, absolutely.
Oh shit.
So, but and you know, and let me tell you, so there's gonna be we're working on it, so you're gonna see some more big news regarding me and bugs coming all the way through. So once we're done, I'm gonna come back through. I'm gonna put you on the bug show, and you're gonna eat some of the cockroaches.
I'll do it. I'll do anything for $1. Like RoboCop, I'll buy that for $1.
Or a bot. This is gonna have to be a bot.
I'll do that. A bug for $1. I don't know, but
a bot.
A bot?
Yeah, bot. That's the currency of.
Oh, bot. Okay.
I'll do that for a bot.
I'll do that for a bot and a buck. Oh man. So okay, how did you get involved in like eating bugs? Were you at a restaurant? You're like, what's this? And
it actually came when I used to go to China quite a bit, and China they eat insects all the time, and so I am someone that has been dealing with Asia and Asia culture for so long, so when I go to these countries, I know that they're eating and I know that they're alive, and so I'm like, listen, if you can live and eat it, I can live and eat it. Let me go through it and eat what you guys are eating, and that's where I started developing it. At that time, I was eating bees and wasps and bumblebees. Whoa. So big bees, and I just was so happy because I was like, okay, I remember when I was like 13 years old on my bike, and this one stung me in my neck. I'm about to
payback.
Yeah, you're going to payback, Jack.
Oh man.
So I was, man. So that's what I was doing. So I ended up I just started to fall in love with the whole idea of eating bugs and how bug cuisine works. And it's now, that hobby has now grown into something, to a passion. That passion has grown into a hobby, the hobby into a passion. And the next thing you know, I'm actually getting ready for some really good news of endorsing bug products and teaching people on bug products and bug proteins, and I'm working with an expert named Clayton Wong from Living Farms, and you're gonna see some fantastic stuff. I mean, the guy's great, and I'm in, and when I stay and I go around Thailand, are you kidding me? That's the best bug cuisine in the world. They're famous for that. So I think that Thailand's number 1 for bug cuisine, and number 2 is going to be China. So
number 3,
Japan. Let's go Japan. The bugs over here, they're okay. They're probably in that 3rd or 4th. They're almost tied with the United States. But I've not tried any insects yet in the UK. But I will, and I'll be going around the world and showing everybody about how they do it all around the world, including Africa, showing everybody how they dine and eat these bugs. And I'm going to tell you. First thing you hear when you think about eating bugs, you think gross. You know what I mean? Because you see it and you're like, ain't no way I'm putting anything like that in my mouth.
Have you seen the cockroaches in Detroit? I'm just throwing it out there. They're big and they're mean. They bite.
So I can tell you that cockroach will look really great on a plate. So I would just I would just fry. First I'd freeze him. And once he's frozen, he's thawed out, I'm going to cook him up. Saw him up, saute him up just a little bit, and open the abdomen.
Yeah.
Take the meat out itself, and put the meat down, and cook that meat up. And it's going to be that meat for the cockroach. At that time, it's going to taste. That consistency is going to be like your ground beef. So think of it as ground shrimp, actually.
Well, shrimps are bugs, right?
Yes, and ground it up. That's what that meat's going to taste like.
Shrimp.
Yes.
I'm down with shrimp. I'll try it. I'll try it. Yeah, well, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll be on the show.
And you'll just be totally taken away. So that's the taste. Now, these insects actually assume the taste of what you're cooking them in. So when you're cooking sausage, the insects taste like sausage. There's nothing that you're not going to be able to taste the difference. And a lot
what's
of people,
in sausage anyway? Like lips and assholes, right?
Pretty much, man. You know what I mean? Shoot.
Dan Aykroyd. Done.
So I can tell you that one thing that I always found funny is people always say, how can you eat bugs? That's so gross, so nasty. And I said, listen, it's no more nastier than you guys eating Twinkies. Come on. The thing is that if it tastes good, you're going to eat it. Okay? And it tastes good. Twinkies taste good. Okay? I don't care what nobody say. Twinkies taste great. I'm sorry. Twinkies, McDonald's, all that stuff. It tastes good. Okay? So it may not be healthy for you, but it does taste good.
Twinkies and coffee?
I'm not going to lie. The stuff is fantastic. So I've got it then to get more health conscious and of course to enjoy what I'm doing. I do like to eat bugs in the fact that that's one thing that I love about it is the fact that you look at it and you say, there's no way this can be tasty. What am I eating again? This is tasting great,
But the thing is, though, like when it's cooked and stuff, it doesn't look like the bug. But
correct.
So you get the before and the after. When you see the before, you're just like, oh no.
Right.
But then when you get the after and it looks like sausage, it smells like sausage, it tastes like sausage.
Yeah.
But it's actually healthier. Aren't bugs like super healthy? They're full of protein and minerals, right?
Yes, that's right. Full of protein and full of minerals. And one of the best thing about eating insects is, you can get all that protein at a very, very much cheaper price. So what I want to do is one thing for my goal is to right now you've seen these plant-based products and these alternative protein source products, okay,
tofu,
and so in some they're doing pretty good with those things. Okay, if you've ever even eaten a vegetarian burger, like when I was growing up, you eat a vegetarian burger. I mean, I'm pretty sure you'd be bouncing out and you pull out a twig. You know what I mean? Nuts and twigs. It was pretty gross.
Yeah.
Okay, but now they've really dialed this stuff into where it tastes exactly like beef. It's very tasty.
Dude,
it tastes like chicken.
I had vegan sashimi in Amsterdam.
How was it?
Actually, not too bad. I mean, it was different. It was different. It was a little bit more rubbery, but it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the stuff that I'm talking about. How it tastes.
Technology, right?
How technology and how it tastes up. Because back in the day when I was growing up, your sashimi is going to be a lettuce, and maybe they're going to put 3 twigs with it, and maybe to put the Danish on it, they're going to use a cherry and tell you to eat it. And I mean that was the extent of it. Now these things are totally different. So when they have an all vegan restaurant, I want to go to this one. I was reading online about this lady who had opened up this all vegan restaurant, and the chicken is amazing. They're like, this is a chicken barbecue, and they're opening it up, and
like
it's really vegan chicken
Yeah.
barbecue, and it's fantastic. And they were talking about that, so I was really impressed. I want to go to that restaurant. I want to engage. I want to taste that restaurant. I want to eat it, no problem. But I'm going to tell you, in Japan, they're getting ready to open up a cricket restaurant
They're going to open a cricket... Now, wait, can vegans and vegetarians eat bugs? Because they're not animals.
I would think
wait,
so.
They are animals. What kind of animals? They're insects.
There's something. They're a life form, but just like plants are a life form. However, I'm going to say for me, because I just like to eat what's tasty.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily a strict vegan. I'm not necessarily a meat eater or all insect eater. I just primarily, what I do in the stage of my life right now is I consume fruits, vegetables, and insects.
Fruits, vegetables, and insects.
Yes.
Fruits, vegetables, insects. That's kind of like a hybrid vegetarian.
That's like a beast.
There we go. Oh man, that's interesting. So that's your new thing right now.
Yes. That is one of my latest in most fun projects that I'm doing, which is the bug protein and bug restaurants.
Okay, well that definitely takes off 3 questions regarding diet and workout. What about you've entered countless rings. What is the best theme song when entering the ring?
I love my theme song, 2010 Space Odyssey.
Dun,
I really dun 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 dun
yeah.
dun dun. And the reason why is because when you're doing international, it's very important that you can portray yourself with music so everyone can understand. A lot of these fighters and wrestlers, they'll come out with rap music and it sounds great. Listen, I love hip hop, I love rap and all of that stuff. The thing is, they're going so fast, and these people around there, they're not able to understand the theme that you really want to go with. So you have to, right. So I mean, like they love 50 Cent here, okay? In Japan, they love him, okay? But if you ask them what their lyrics mean, they have no idea. Okay, so I mean, but if you really want to get something to come across, if you want to showcase, you've got to pick something that can be instrumental so that they can understand that, and that can be universal. That's a universal language. Music is a universal language, so you've got to speak universally through music, and therefore all the lyrics and stuff, you got to get rid of that because they don't understand that you're not going to be able to use that everywhere. So that's why I picked something without that. I was taught how to do this entertainment model from WCW, so I do have training in that. So this is one of the things that they had talked to me about, and how to pick your music and why you do the things you do.
Wow, so there's a lot of thought that goes into it.
Yes. Yes, this is nothing that you're able to just say because you like it, you're going to go out there and do it. That's like maybe, and some people get successful at it, but that's only because they picked something that everyone likes, so they've actually done it correct.
You know, something.
Right, so they've done that. So like a lot of fighters come out to that Rocky theme, Eye of the Tiger. They come out to that, okay? And so because everyone does that and they know that goes with fighting, then they say, okay, we can relate to fighting because we know the movie and then we've seen this, and that's where they do that relation. But if you ask them to what does the Eye of Tiger mean, what does that do? There's nobody that's going to be able to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not going to be able to tell you. They're just going to say, oh, that's Rocky, so that means it has to do something with fighting, which is boxing. That's as far as it goes.
Okay.
So you've got to be able to know, if you want to create your own brand, like I created the Beast brand. If you've got to create your own brand, you have got to learn and know how to do that. I have training in that. So that's one of the things that I do now on my side jobs is consulting. I train and teach people how to do that and why they do that, the psychology of colors and how you portray yourself, how you like to speak, and each one is different. You know, I'm on your show over here, we're kicking back and drinking apple juice and enjoying.
I got coffee.
What I mean? There you have it. So you know, if I was on a different show, maybe I'm going to speak a little bit deeper and I'm going to sit back.
Oh, this is Got Faded Japan.
Talk a little bit, yes, and we're going to say, instead of Got Faded in Japan, we're going to say we're coming internationally from Tokyo, and this is acquiring intoxication in Japan. So that's how we're going. So it just depends on your genre and how you like to say it out there, and that's what a lot of people forget, and they start getting mixed up, and it can kind of get you in some trouble sometimes. But and so that's one of the things that really is quite important. For people to kind of understand that, listen, you want to have a image. You want to portray something that's going very well. You want to be able to do something great. It is entertainment. Fighting is entertainment. And I think that it's proven. I enjoy Joe Rogan's podcast.
Oh, you know? Joe, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy his podcast, and I think one of the things that a lot of people kind of really understand is that he is a big example of how fighting is entertainment. Okay, and a lot of these fighters, these wannabe journalists or wannabe reporters, they want to report on fighting as if it is a sport. It's no sport, okay? Joe Rogan is on his podcast, and he's very vocal about the different psychedelics he uses and the different intoxicants he uses, okay? He's very up, and he's on there. I mean, you can see his cover of his photo. He's with the hemp leaf on there, okay? So,
yeah.
And that's great for Joe, but what I'm telling you is if that was a college coach, if that was an Olympic official, if that was a high school coach, which are all sports, are they able to do something like that? No. Right? Well, could an Olympic official be doing that?
Oh, Olympic official? No. Definitely.
Okay. Could a college coach be doing that?
Well, I guess it depends on the state. Maybe in Oregon.
Can a college? Do you think? Have you ever seen a college coach doing that?
Not yet, but there's always a first.
Okay, so and he'll be the first to do it, and the last as he gets his ass kicked out of the job.
In this day and age, who knows?
So you're unable to do, and if you want to say, well, why is that? Well, it's very simple. Those sports have a set of rules, regulations, and universal statistics in a governing body. Okay, so those sports, the person who has to set the example is often the leader, that leader of the sport or that coach. So that coach is going to be able to drug test his athletes, and they get popped for something, and he be able to do it because he happens to know, but he's in charge of them, but he's in part of the same organization, but yet he's going to follow the rules that the organization upon which he puts down. That's no going to happen.
He's got to set an example.
Right. So they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
That's what a true sport does, and that's what a sport. You're unable to do those things, okay? So that's why you don't see those things happening. And I played college football, and as you know, I was in the NFL for a bit, and I've done various sports. And you can even look at everybody from all your tennis greats and all of these kind of things, and in any sport, and you're never going to see them doing those type of things. Maybe now, once they're out, you may see somebody engaging in particular all of those type of things.
Well, if they do, they get busted.
So how are you going to be able to be a great announcer of something, of a sport, and not get in trouble for doing the same, and have your athletes get in trouble for following you as an example? That's not going to work. So that just shows you the sheer entertainment of it. That's what everyone's enjoying, the entertainment. They've got to understand and see that as the entertainment. And then take a breath. It's okay. He's no breaking any laws. He's cool. Y'all are cool. It's entertainment. But no, just understand the category upon what you want to fall under.
Okay, awesome. All right. Do you think the battle sports in Japan have changed since 2002 to like present day because of the Olympics?
Yes. The combat sports in Japan has definitely changed. It's now when I was fighting in Pride in 2002, they had some sincere. That's the tough ones, guys. That's the real hardcore stuff. I mean, you know, you've seen my fight when I picked Nogueira up and slammed him completely on his head.
Yep.
Okay, you're unable to start doing those type of things in stuff like
They're
UFC.
toned down now.
Yeah, it's toned down for sure.
What about?
Oh,
please. What about, have you seen any of the pro wrestling deathmatch battles?
In Japan?
Yeah, the ones in, was it Shinkita, down south, whatever, by Shinagawa? They got the underground, matches where people are hitting each other with barbed wire bats and Negan bats and, was it the fluorescent tubes and stuff?
Yes. I engaged in a couple of those.
Did you really? I saw one where there's just blood all over the mat.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh my God. And people were coming out looking like Freddy Krueger.
That's right.
Their skin was so messed up or whatever, you know? I mean, it was exciting. It was interesting. I mean, it was thrilling to be. I mean, there was glass and shit all over the mat and on the floor. I mean, the people in the front row get these garbage bags to put on them so they don't get blood and glass sprayed on them and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, it's thrilling. It's absolutely fantastic. If you come to Japan, you got to check out these matches, these death matches. You did this.
Yes, I've done it, and and this guy had a barbed wire. So what we would do is we would wrestle, and then as the wrestler would get ready, we would get this big barbed wire. Whoever would basically take a bump. So he'd hit me, I'd fall down, and he'd have to come and push. As I got ready, he'd get ready to hit me with a bobbed bat that even had some explosive dynamite. Now this, sometimes it would explode before he even would hit somebody, and so a lot of the wrestlers have lost fingers and this kind of stuff. So this is real. This is pro wrestling. A lot of people say, well, that's fake. No, it's real. It's just real dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's one of the things. So over here, it's real dangerous. And he came up and he got ready to hit me with that. And I was able to push the button. And that's the kind of the intensity, because it's like, you know, everybody knows my cardio always needs work. So when I'm getting ready to do, and I'm running out of gas, and they see I'm getting tired, that thing's getting ready, and you got to start moving. Pretty soon, you know, you're going to get blasted. So I ended up, you know, I got saved by, you know, some of my other members and stuff like that of the wrestling audience. But, you know, so he ended up getting hit with that bat. And when he got hit in that explosive bat and all of those, he got a the whole thing was no cutting, but it burned him really. I mean, it took a few layers of skin off and I was like, I'm so glad it was on me. Yes.
Bullets.
Yes, you know, and then they I've seen them when they've taken some giant firecrackers and they've all shot them at the guy, you know, in the corner.
They do crazy shit.
It's incredible, man. So I mean, really, those are the things that in America, you're not going to get that. Those guys are so litigious and you have so many boards up there, you know, up their derriere, posterior area that they're so uptight. You know, us Americans, we're not going to be able to do something like that. You know, no way, no.
Yeah.
No, that makes us a nobody. I want to be a somebody, and I want to say that everything that we do in America is so great, and everything else is just comes to the side.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You're never going to see somebody get choked down with barbed wire, you know, in the States. Right. Where there's actually blood coming down where you're like, is he going to lose his head? Is this guy going to lose his head?
Yes.
Oh, dude, I saw that. I was like, wait a second, that hurts.
Yes, I mean, and these guys put their heart and soul in, you know, in blood, sweat, and tears into their work, and you really see
literally
the sincerity. So you know, that goes to tell you about the fans. Okay, you've got the best fans you can ever have here in Japan, because it's not about winning or losing the fight. It's about you getting in the ring and doing the engagement. They actually know. They actually follow your career. So like now, they're happy. Now, one thing, especially around the world, they're just happy to see me in the ring to do something, because that's the way that they pay their respects to me. Come on in. Hey, you can lose 10 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds. It's okay. Win 2 seconds, 5 seconds, or whatever. It's okay. We're just happy that you showed up over here and you're giving our country some respect and giving that things. And see, in America, they have a hard time figuring that out. They have a hard time saying, why? Why do you still respect somebody that does that? And they're like, because of all the stuff he's done in his past. Why do you just abandon somebody when they're getting older or they're going through tough times? We adopt this guy. This guy is a part of our family. We take him in. You guys don't need him. It's okay. You know, and I'm actually from America. But you know why I'm famous? I'm famous for being famous in Japan. That's
globally
is that
now.
Amazing? Is that amazing?
No, globally now. I
mean, yes, around the world, yes.
But let's be honest. I mean, you've done a lot of things everywhere. I mean, you've done a lot of things. I mean, you broke it. How did you break into Hollywood? How did that happen? Because you're in Japan for like 10 years, and all of a sudden you're like in a movie. It's like, well, Bob Sapp's. I remember when you were in Japanese movies, and that wasn't that surprising, because I mean, you're everywhere. Because when I was walking in Shibuya Station, I saw all these posters for your movie. You're like this. You were like a samurai or something?
Yes.
Or a barbarian? I don't know. But then when I found out that you're doing movies in Hollywood, I was like, holy shit, how did that happen?
Yes, so well, they saw Japan, and in Hollywood is one of the people that track the kind of the popularity. And as you've seen, just like the Big in Japan, some people who are aware, they really know. So they come back through and they track it. So Adam Sandler was somebody that was tracking it. Jennifer Garner.
Adam Sandler found you?
Yes, and Jennifer Garner.
Jennifer,
from when I did Elektra. So the movies I started off and did in America that have done very well have been Elektra with Jennifer Garner, the remake of The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler, Chris Rock.
That was the third one, right?
That was the remake. I think that was the third remake. Yeah. Then of course I did the remake of Conan the Barbarian with Jason Momoa. So those movies, there have great followings. The Longest Yard was the #1 movie in the world in 2006. Okay, and I have the #1 televised fight in the history of fighting in the world, and that was in Japan. That's December 31st when I fought Akebono. They had over 54 million people tune in to watch me on their television. So there is, and so you've got to understand that number is such a huge number that there is no way that now with social media and these things keep going back around in the movies and all that stuff, my name stays out there and stays solidified. Sometimes that can help me, sometimes it can hurt me. Like when it comes down to people impersonating me and stuff, it hurts. So one thing we got to make sure we are going to give my complete real Instagram out here on this show, Onigaishimasu, so that then you can actually see that
dude,
one.
I completely relate to you. I've got people that impersonate me, so but they impersonate my artwork, not my podcast. Do you know how much that sucks?
Yes, let me tell you.
No, I think you do know how much it sucks. You work so hard creating an artwork, creating like your style, and it takes a lifetime, and then all of a sudden somebody in Canada or somebody in Bangladesh copies like your name. They're like, the SPILT official. You're like, what?
Let me tell you this.
Official?
Yes. Let me tell you what's funny though.
Everything.
Even if they have, do you know what is passing for these guys to say the verification for identity? They're doing Facebook. This person has a Facebook, says it's Bob Sapp, so therefore it's Bob Sapp.
Yeah.
I got an email that says it's someone from Bob Sapp, therefore it's Bob Sapp. No one ever talks to me about anything. It's quite amazing. And I'm just like, until my friends say, hey, how come you respond to me on Instagram? I'm like, because I don't have an Instagram. And they're like, yeah, you do. I said, show me. And then they show me. Dude, there's so many Bob Sapps on Instagram.
Yeah.
I said, oh my gosh, man, you guys, this is crazy. Do you know just the popularity of what is going on? Just if you look through YouTube, different people have millions and millions of views just of my fights alone, and they're reconstructing them, and they're doing quite well. Quite recently, we've seen the Ernesto Hoost fight on Fight Yard and Facebook. It's at 92.3 million views.
That's a lot of views.
Okay, it's crazy. So the stuff that's going on now it's just remarkable. So I do have to, now I am engaging more in the social media. I am getting ready to get back through it because it started to be, it's just started to be a problem, the fact that I was no longer on it and the fans would just make stuff up. Then they started making news up about me. Shit, it ain't even me. They started making it up. So now I'm into control with this stuff. So it's working, but can you believe I'm unable to get a blue verification chip on Instagram because I don't have enough followers yet? What? Because all the people, I was like, if you combine all the people that are pretending to be me, I have more than enough followers to have a blue chip. You know what I'm saying? And they're just, because it's a robot, I guess it's coming back and forth. So if anyone, when I get my real Instagram, you guys feel free to private message me and help me out and say, listen, this is really him.
It's really him.
Yes.
Hey, feels like you. It's you.
That's right.
So what is your real Instagram?
So the real Instagram, and let me take a moment because I want to make sure that I say that one correctly because I believe it says Bob Sapp Official. So let me look over here to make sure that I'm giving it to you correctly. So the real one is Bob Sapp Official. That's correct. And I don't even know how to get how do I go through here and show what my so
the blind is leading the blind right now. Okay,
yes. Let's see how we do this
right
one.
Here. Yeah, BOBSAPPOFFICIAL.
Yeah, so I'm going to send this link to you so that then when they do this, you're going to have this, and you can show everybody this is him, and it's going to be cleaned up. We're working on it, folks. We're working on it. It's a work in progress because I am one of these guys that. I'm just now getting back in. I was actually doing more charity work and things like this and dealing with children and stuff, so I've never really had the time to do any of the social media and the Facebooks and the YouTube channels that I did. I dabbled in it a little bit, but my time would always be taken up by doing stuff. Internationally, you really don't nearly have the time. The work schedule, as you know, in Japan is amazing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and there's no way Americans can relate to that. we need like 40-hour work week in 8 hours, you know, and they don't know. Listen, in Japan, you work, that's 24 hours. That's 24/7 you're doing that. You know, they don't know that you have to do that 24/7. You're on 24/7.
I work 7 days a week.
Yeah, yes.
If I'm not doing this, I'm doing something. I'm doing my artwork. There's always something going on.
Yes. How about the meet and greets and the parties when you've got to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and they come
I don't do Look,
you know,
I did that last night. I was interviewed for a magazine kind of thing. And
yes.
I mean, I was not up at 2 o'clock, but I finished at 2 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know,
it was at a bar.
Yes, man, amazing, right? And that's exactly right. So, you know, my day consists of what I'll have to do when I do my meeting days, and I just had some. And this week has been some of the best meeting days ever.
Cool.
I'll tell you about
like
it.
Today.
Like yes. So let me tell you, when I sit down, I go to a restaurant and I'll say I'll be here all day. And they say, yes, Mr. Sapp, we know. And I say, okay. So they say, okay, so what page of the menu do you want to start with? Because what I'll do is I'll start with page 1 of the menu. The first menu come in, they'll order everything on page 1. The next one person comes in, they'll order everything on page 2. And page 3, page 4. And sometimes I'll go through the same menu 5 times. I'll stay in one restaurant, have meetings after meetings after meetings after meetings after meetings after meetings. All the way, I will go through an entire menu on everything 3 or 4 times.
Dude, you know my friend Dave, Soul Food House.
Yes, I do.
Dude,
yes.
I've done a couple of podcasts there. I've interviewed Dave. Dave's been the guy's a sweetheart.
Yes.
He's been on the show numerous times. Love Dave, dude. So have you done meet and greets at his place?
Yes, I have. And Dave,
Soul Food House, Oswald Juban.
Yes, and you're going to see more about a special collaboration between Soul Food House and some of these cooking of bugs.
Awesome.
So
no.
You're gonna see.
Does Steve know about this?
Yeah, you're gonna see some of these things. So you're gonna see some, and I don't want to talk, but it's great. We do have extreme interest from a lot of big network televisions and things like that. So we're talking about something that's really good stuff. So we're having some fun.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Dave. Good luck. I got another question. Okay.
Yes.
If you could fight anyone at any time period, alive or dead, who would you fight? I'd fight Buck Rogers.
Okay, there you go, Buck Rogers. You know, I am going to have to. I would love to get into the ring either versus. I would love to go against Muhammad Ali if that. You know, that would be fantastic. Wow. And then somebody that is alive today, of course, I still say I want the dream match versus Mike Tyson. And if we had to go all the way back down, I am a big Hulk fan. I love the Hulk the whole time. Lou Ferrigno, he still looks great, and he can get it done. Come on, Lou. Let's go, Lou. Let's go, Lou Ferrigno.
That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, I think that basically answered almost all my questions. Oh, yes. One more. When you were wrestling for NWA, did you meet Billy Corgan?
Billy Corgan, I believe I did meet him. I just, I've met so many people. I'm unable to say exactly when doing that stuff.
Oh, yeah, dude. Fucking, I would love to meet that guy. Yeah, Billy Corgan. Hey, Billy, if you're listening, hey, I'm here. I'm waiting.
What's up, Billy?
Dude, we've got sandwiches. We've got orange juice and coffee.
Apple juice.
Oh, apple juice.
Apple juice.
You don't like orange juice?
I do like orange juice. It's just now, I'm kind of slowing down a little bit, so I had to slow it down with the crushed apple.
Wait, I'm gonna put this right there so we don't get the logo.
Yeah, we gotta watch.
We gotta watch logos.
That's right, and we're pretty strict on that around here because I've had a little management team that says, okay, stop doing free commercials. So we've had to really watch that down. There we go.
It's like in the movie Repo Man. He's got the generics like sodas. Have you seen the movie Repo Man with Emilio Estevez?
Yes, I have. But that was a while, and
it's a classic.
When I'm traveling and stuff, and because I do live internationally and stuff, I don't have a television.
You don't have a TV?
No, and
I watch Netflix.
And I still buy everything from the used store.
Yeah,
all my clothes are all used. Still, I'm bumping around with Crocs. So I've always kept.
You're rocking Crocs?
Yeah, I rock the Crocs.
Dude, I'm gonna get you a pair of Converse, man. You need some Chuck Taylors, dude. I'm rocking the Chucks.
There you have it, size 18 if you got them.
In Japan, no. All right, man.
Yes.
We're gonna take a little break. I'm gonna change the batteries in the camera and just make sure everything's cool and stuff. We got more commercials. And cool, when we come back, there's some stuff that you want to talk about your future and stuff.
Yes.
All right, because my questions, I'm done, dude. That's awesome. You answered everything. You did an amazing. I learned a lot. Bugs.
Who would have thunk?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna get into bugs. We're gonna get buggy. We're gonna bug out.
That's it. Let's lit.
Bugalicious. Let's boogie.
Bugaboo.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Johnny, aka the SPILT, and I'm here at Gallery Decor for the gallery event Tokyo Divergent. And we are here with 9 artists exhibiting their work for one day only this Saturday from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Let's check out some of their beautiful work. We've got beautiful sculptures over here, very artistic paintings and illustrations over here. We've got lots of creative artwork over here. We've got a lot of photography. If you love photography, we've got sensual photography. We've got explosive photography. We've got street photography. We've got lots of amazing designs and all sorts of cool juxtaposed art over here. Moving forward over here, you have yours truly, the SPILT. We've got my Popsicle collection of the 4 seasons right here. We also have a very special guest. We've got Daniel Perez from Brazil. So everybody, I want to see you here this Saturday from 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock at Tokyo Divergent at Gallery Decor. And we're back. Bob, I can't believe you gave me Mike Tyson's phone number. Wow. I'm calling that guy every day. Just joking. He didn't give me his phone number. No. He gave me his email address. No, I'm joking.
We really got to watch those rumors because as you can imagine, sometimes those rumors, they take it and they go crazy with it.
Crazy rumors. We're not starting any rumors here in Got Faded Japan.
Oh, believe me, I've had enough of those.